Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Storytime with Kate Meszaros. Today is the first of a new series that I'm going to be presenting for you. This book is called I Am Me, a book of authenticity. And the book is by Susan Verde, and the pictures are by Peter H. Reynolds. They have written a whole bunch of books that I'm going to be sharing with you this month in September. And I will be creating a playlist. So every time you watch a video, I'm going to be adding it to the playlist, and at the end, you can watch all of them together. This is kind of an easy reader, so if you are an early reader, you might be able to read along with me. But let's read this one together. It's called I Am Me, a book of authenticity. Do you know what it means to be authentic? It means to be just who you are and not pretend to be somebody else. Sometimes that can be hard, especially when we're at school or in groups with people who expect us to be different than we are. And sometimes it's really hard to be ourselves, but this child's going to help you understand the power in being just who you are. Let's read this together. There are things about me that make me different. Sometimes I stand out in a crowd. Sometimes I am not seen at all, and I feel alone. I start to ask myself, why can't I blend in? Fit the mold. Fit the mold means like kind of be like everybody else. Can you relate to that, child? You know what it's like to not be able to fit in with other people? I sometimes feel like that even as a grown up. Maybe I am too little, or maybe too much. But when I stop and look, I see nothing in this world is exactly the same. Difference is what makes life beautiful and miraculous. I was sitting at a bookstore the other day watching all the people go by, and I thought, every single person is so different. And isn't that wonderful? And when I show who I truly am, I can find my joy, my spark. I have something to contribute. I can't hold back or hold it in. I am someone to be celebrated. I am me. I can have my own style and decide how I want to show up in the world. I can be grateful for my hair, my skin, my size, because they are all mine. I can be proud of my body and thankful for all it can do. Even grown-ups feel like that, especially about their bodies as they change as we grow older. I'm noticing some changes in my body that I think, wow, that's new. But I like what this child says. I can be proud of my body and thankful for all it can do. And I'm so grateful there are things that I can still do with my body, like walk and cut the grass and work in the yard and do yoga. Very grateful I could still do those things. I can embrace that I am perfectly imperfect because that is what makes me interesting. This child's trying to play the violin and it's going screech, probably like a little squeaking sound. They may not be very good at it yet. I can dance to my own rhythm anytime I want to move and groove. I can learn from others who express themselves with confidence, even when it's hard. I can be a role model for someone who is afraid to show their own true colors. I can celebrate the things in this world, love and peace and unity and hope, that I decide are most meaningful to me. These are all wonderful things that if we have these things within us, if we have love within us and peace and unity, meaning like connecting to who we really are and hope for ourselves and our future, we carry that into the world. Isn't that a wonderful gift for others? I can love anyone I choose fully and completely with all my heart. I can notice that every creature, small and grand, has something unique and necessary. That means it's needed. I can know that community, connection, and acceptance exist, and I will find them. I can surround myself with those who see me, stand up for me, and support me. I can be okay knowing not everyone will understand me because I have love for myself. I don't need to hide away or hold back or compare myself to anyone else because I am me and I matter. I think this page is so important to understand that not everyone will understand you. Not everyone understands people who are more authentic. I think some people have a hard time being authentic themselves. And so when they see someone like this child who's roaring their real self, it might make them feel a little uncomfortable. But that's okay. Their discomfort is just part of who they are. You are you, and you matter. Beautiful. And whoops, did I skip a page? Yes, we are just right. Beautiful and miraculous, exactly as we are. Everybody is necessary in this world. I've talked about that in other videos. There was a book I read called No One Owns the Colors, and it talks about how we all have a right to be here in our own way. I always think about being myself in this world can sometimes be hard because I'm oversensitive to crowds and noise and people, and sometimes my neighborhood gets really noisy and people can be really loud. And so I have to learn to take care of myself because if they're expressing themselves in their way and it's not hurting other people, I just have to learn to accept it because that's how they are. And they're necessary in this world as well. So it's always a process to learn how to accept yourself just as you are. So if you enjoyed this book and would like to check it out at your local library, I'll put a link to the Toledo Lucas County Public Library below. Look forward to the next book in this series. It'll be coming out later this week. Have a great day, everybody.